I wanna know how your lips taste.
Oh my gosh, you're fucking beautiful! Hey everybody! This is the official 1000 subscriber special and this is gonna be my first Q&A. First of all, I wanna say thank you every one of you who's been watching my videos recently, and you've left so many goddamn comments. It's amazing to me. I never thought that I could even reach 500 subscribers. And at the start of the year I was so happy when I reached 200, and now we are in April and we are at 1111. I couldn't be happier about it. So I wanted to dedicate this video to every one of you who's been supporting me and who wrote amazing comments. And I'm sorry about that. It's gonna be a super long video. I'm gonna try to make it as fun and interesting as possible. I'm gonna maybe play some music, I'm gonna make some jokes, maybe even some sketches. And I'm gonna answer all of the questions that I got. I can already say it's a lot of questions. So I'm not gonna select any questions, I'm gonna answer to all of them. If you have any other questions, I'm always gonna answer you in the comments. Just write them and I'm gonna answer you. You can also write me on Instagram and I'm also gonna definitely answer you. So this video is gonna be so long and you probably want to know what I replied to your question. So I'm gonna put timestamps with your name so you can find the answer to your question. Hopefully you don't mind this super long video. Right, enough talking, let's get into the video. I had to make myself some tea because this is gonna be a long talking video. Let's get right into the questions. So this question is by Zana. Thank you so much for all your comments, Zana. I see you on my videos almost every time and I'm really grateful about it. I want to say thank you to you personally. So the first question is, how old are you? Are you married? You're so sweet, boy. I love all your songs. Thanks. First of all, thank you so much for this question. How old am I? That's a question I get quite a lot. I might not look that way. But the answer is, I'm too old for you. Are you married? Well, I'm not that old, though I'm not. My god, I love you so much. There's another long question by Roy. Pure voice, well done, keep it up and keep inspiring people. I also composed my song about quarantine. I like yours, but it's so sad. Quarantine is sad. Maybe that was the purpose, it was. Question, where are you originally from? Where am I from? Some of you might know that. I was born in Munich, Germany. Your bio section says you live in Germany, but you kinda have a French accent. Do I have a French accent? I don't want to mock French people, it's just a joke. Anything is better than a German-English accent, so thanks for your comment. This next one is actually just a way to say thank you to Carol, who's been really kind to me recently since the Quarantine Alone video. She knows that I've been feeling a little bit alone recently, and she actually made a Spotify playlist for me. It's called You're Not Alone, Nick. I just want to say thanks a lot, Carol. The next question by mxxnstar edits, who actually made a really cool edit of me, so please go check their channel out. So the question is, do you prefer Bill Ward's song Saint Mount Helen is about blow up or AJR Big White Bed? Sing one of them. I am a big fan of Bill Ward. My favorite song by Bill Ward is probably At the Airport Terminal. I just love how poetic he is when he sings. At the airport terminal, the planes are landing. Mount St. Helens is about to blow up, and it's gonna be a fine swell day. Everything's gonna fall down to the ground and grey. I'm curious, and it just might stay. I'm laughing my ass off that all-star cover. So for all the new subscribers, actually, since July last year, I actually sang one word of All-Star every day, and it's actually been 269 days, and we only got around 150 more to go. So in October, you're gonna see a really epic video that took me only 1.5 years to make. By the way, that's also the outro, so you can see the work in progress. This is a question from Instagram. Saw your channel on YouTube, have been following you for a while. Would you be so kind to give some tips for a beginner songwriter? I never considered myself to be a genius songwriter, but recently I feel like I have improved a little bit. For a beginner songwriter, the only thing that I can say is try to write as much as you can, try to write many songs, and with every song you're gonna get a little bit better. Right now I'm doing a challenge where I'm writing one song a day with a friend, and those songs are kind of telling a story to each other. That's another thing that's really important in songwriting. Try to tell a story. If the song is clearly telling a story, it's probably gonna be a better song. Most popular songs have a repeating theme and a storyline that you can follow while you listen to the song. The longer you listen to the song, the more you hear about that story. I'm thinking about Nervous by Shawn Mendes. It's about first meeting this person, then getting closer to each other and telling how he feels while that is happening. And it's always evolving through the song. As a beginner songwriter, I wouldn't focus too much on details. I would just try to write as much as I can, because that's gonna make you better. And listen to a lot of music, because in the end, inspiration is what makes songs better. Another question from her. I'm interested in more technical side of the process. What programs, how to record and how to note it down. So when I write my songs, I get my guitar. I can quickly write a song for you if you want. Alright, so when I write my songs, I usually sit down with my guitar and start somewhere, start fiddling around. And sometimes I start with music, sometimes I start with lyrics. It's really up to you. I try to write some words, try to sing it on the guitar, and then I write it down just on my notepad. Sometimes I write it on my phone. I always try to write down the chords I use, so I can actually play it again later. This is just gonna be a song about a Q&A. There's 1,000 people who wanna get to know me, and every single one of them is beautiful. I know I'm a little bit cringy sometimes. There's 1,000 people that wanna get to know me, and every single one of them is beautiful to me. They asked 1,000 questions and wait for my reply. So I'm gonna answer them all so you don't have to cry. That's how you write a song. So the second part of the question. Then after I wrote this, I'm gonna get out my phone, write down the lyrics, write down the chords I've used. How do I record? I use this microphone. This is a Rode NT1A. I plug it into my audio interface and plug that one into my computer. When I started out, I actually used GarageBand, which is free on Mac, and now I've upgraded to Logic Pro X. It's like the big brother of GarageBand. It's easy to handle, but it's a professional tool, so you can do whatever you want to. You can make songs sound really good with it. So that's what I use. If you don't use Mac, I'm really sorry, you can't make music. I'm joking. There's other cool softwares like Pro Tools. You can even use Audacity, which is free. The thing that matters most, I think, is your performance. If you just want to make videos, just grab your phone and record a good performance of you singing and playing, because all the fancy gear that you can have will not make a bad recording good. Yes, you can use autotune, and I do that sometimes. For a beginner, I think the most important thing is to actually get good at what you're doing, and if you want to upgrade, get yourself some decent microphone. If you have a cheaper microphone that also sounds really good, please write that down in the comments so you can maybe help some other singers find the right microphone. Shivam says, can I collab with you 1 year later? And what can I say? Of course you can. I love to collaborate with any artists that are passionate about music as well, so if you want to collaborate, write me on Instagram. I'm always up for that. I really think there's a lot of great musicians out there on YouTube that deserve more recognition, and if you're one of them, write me. You don't have to wait for 1 year. Question by my friend Jan R. Who is your favorite football player right now? It's got to be Jens Jeremies. My favorite football players are Jens Jeremies, Thorsten Frings. My favorite one right now, it's got to be myself. I'm a decent football player myself. Which is your favorite goal of all time? That is a tough question. It's either gonna be Ivo Ilicevic's goal 2011 against Bayern Munich, or Florian Dick against FSV Frankfurt. My favorite goal that I scored is a recent one. I remember I had to go a little bit earlier from football. That day I wasn't really lucky, I didn't score any goal. I just wanted to finish it off in a good way. So I received a pass. There was another player. I received the pass from there. I take the ball, turn around, and shoot next to this player, right in the corner. No chance for the goalie. One of my favorite goals of all time that I scored. Next question by Sarah. Can I make a fan club for you? Of course you can, of course. Anything that you do, I'm gonna support you. Great video, crazy voice. Where are you from? Milchundmehl is asking, when is asking 300 people to subscribe coming? That is a good question. When I reached 300 subscribers, I wanted to do something epic. I wanted to go out in the streets, play some music for people and ask 300 more people to subscribe to my channel. That was just when Corona started, so I can't promise you when it's coming, but I can promise you that is coming. I'd say it's 300 subscriber special is probably gonna come in March 21. Next question, will you do a Minecraft video? Good question, bro. I'm always up for Minecraft. Whenever you wanna play, I'm down. Wait, I'm getting a call.
What is your favourite block in Minecraft?
My favorite block? That's a tough one. Because there's a lot of wrong things that you can say. I'm gonna have to go for light blue wool. Next question is, why are you gay? The answer for that question is pretty obvious, right? Rolf Joker, were you born with this talent or you practice it? By the way, love your voice. Thank you so much. I love your comment. I'm gonna give you a quick lecture. It's not gonna take longer than 1 minute. Talent. Don't ever let anybody tell you that talent is something that people are born with. Even Mozart had to learn how to play the piano. Obviously he was quicker than most other children at this age, but he had to learn it. Talent is always something that you learn. So when people tell me, oh, I just can't do this, I'm just not talented. You know what? I started singing 6 years ago and I'm still not where I want to be, and I know that I can improve if I keep practicing. Next to recording, I actually practice 1 hour every day just to get a little bit better every day. Talent is just a made-up word. I think if you really want something in life, you have to invest some time and you have to practice your ass off. You have to do a lot to get better, and I promise you that you will. So the quick answer is probably, I wasn't born with it. I started singing about 6 years ago. Before that, I only played the drums. So if you really want something in life, go for it. Next question is, who is your favorite Japanese singer? I have two in mind. Taka from 1 O'Clock. My favorite Japanese-born singer has got to be George Miller, aka Joji, aka Pinka, aka Filthy Frank. Whatever he does, whether he raps, whether he sings, whether he makes some really stupid content, I love it. Next question by Sarah. What is your favorite series? My absolute favorite series is The Mentalist. When I was young and The Mentalist was still on, I always got the latest Mentalist DVDs for Christmas, and we used to binge watch the entire series every year for Christmas. And I basically just finished that 1 month ago, so that's gotta be number one. Other honorable mentions, I love Supernatural, SpongeBob. Next question. How old are you? What are your dreams? Already answered the first one. What are your dreams? I dream that one day my 4 little children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Alright, my actual dream is probably playing a huge concert in front of 100,000 people and everybody sings to my songs. Next question. Sunshine music. Lieblingsmensch. That basically means my favorite person. My favorite person is you. My real favorite person. I want you to know that I'm taking these questions serious. I'm really thinking about all of them, so my answers are sincere. My favorite person has got to be Freddie Mercury. Favorite song, Lieblingssong. Favorite song, it changes every month. Right now that's probably Scared to Live by The Weeknd. Or Ross River by The Chats, which is a punk band. Lieblingsfarbe, favorite color. My favorite color. I never really want to be down to only one color. I think it's about the combination of colors. But if I had to choose one, I love sky blue, but I also love wine red, so choose one of them. Next question by Denise. Wann hast du angefangen Musik zu machen und sie zu veröffentlichen? So the question is, when did you start making music and releasing it? I've brought you something. When I was 4, I started to play the recorder. I've been a drummer ever since I was 7 years old. In my first band, when I was in 6th grade or something, we had only 3 songs recorded. I can play them right now. Yeah, that's how great they are. First time I actually experimented with recording was with my friend Jan. We made some... But the first time I actually released something was that. It's this beautiful little LP called First Try. It features songs that are okay, like the songwriting isn't really great. I already had that guitar, so that guitar is pretty old. So that was in 2014. So 2014 was the first time I released music to the world. Can you believe that 2014 is 6 years ago? It's been 6 years since Germany won the World Cup. Alright, next question. Swarit asks, how did you find your interest in music? I was always into music. One person in particular who inspired me a lot to make music is my grandpa. He plays the saxophone, the harmonica. He was always very good at playing the trumpet. When I was young, I actually wanted to become a trumpet player. Now I can't play the trumpet at all. Something about the way that he approached life was very inspiring to me, and he's always a very happy man, and the passion that he finds in music, a big part of me starting to find my interest in music comes down to this moment, to experiencing the way that he experiences music. Now he's suffering really badly from dementia, and it's hard for me to experience the person that I love simply fade away. He can barely play instruments anymore. Yeah, but I feel like the passion of music started there. Sarah asks, you live alone? It's called quarantine alone for a reason, right? She also asked how many languages you speak. Ich spreche Deutsch. I don't speak English. Je parle un petit peu de français. Yo hablo español y estaba viviendo en Barcelona para 6 meses. Watashi wa nihongo o benkyou shimasu. That's 5 languages. Ayesha asks, Nick Jacobs 1 or Nick Jacobs 2? Why not both? You have brothers. Yeah, Nick Jacobs 1 and Nick Jacobs 2. Duh. Right, I'm back from a quick break, and I've actually been recording for 1 hour already, and I'm starting to question that anybody will watch this far in the video, but anyways, if you're still there, comment with this emoji and the feeling you have right now. Right, next one. Laura asks, are you in love? Let me just put it like this. Listen to my song Never Be and you'll find out. The next question is from a handsome lad called Jake. He asks me, are you a perfectionist or not? My answer is, I am a huge perfectionist, and I think that's one of the characteristics of many musicians. And if I can give you one advice, it is set yourself a deadline and finish projects. This is one thing that I try to teach myself every day. You can never, and I mean never, ever, my neck hurts, I need a massage. You can never reach perfection. And that's a thing that I think many of us have to learn. Perfection is something that just doesn't exist. That's the reason why I started uploading daily on TikTok and daily on YouTube. If you upload daily, you can't be perfect. For me, thinking about posting something that is not perfect was always really scary to me. Nowadays, I feel like, okay, I just have to post something. Doesn't matter if it's perfect or not, and that's really helping me to get rid of the perfectionism a bit. Obviously, when I produce an original song, I try to make it as perfect as I can, but I still work with the deadline because I just think so many good songs are never heard because a perfectionist could always try to find something else to make better and would never release the song. So yes, I'm a perfectionist, but I'm trying to get rid of that. Manojseijari asks, were you terrible at singing in the beginning? I'm thinking about doing a singing transformation video where I show you some really old clips of myself singing. I can show you one right now.
Kicks a hole in the sky so the heavens would cry over me.
You sometimes listen to something old of yourself and then question why you are even still singing. I hope that answers the question. Julio asks, and that's a really great question. I'm so thankful for this amazing question. How many marshmallows can you fit in your mouth? If you don't have them, then choose other candy. Julio. It's alright, he's a real life friend. Stay tuned till the end, because I'm gonna eat some candies. Leo, one of my best supporters, asked me, bei welchen deiner Auftritte warst du am aufgeregtesten? In which of your concerts were you most nervous? I've played concerts in front of 2,000 people. I know that's not that much, but it feels like a lot to me. Mostly when I'm playing in front of a lot of people, I'm not that nervous. It's more those intimate gigs. I remember in October when I first performed my song I'm Losing Myself live, I was really nervous. And back then, I would say that I was already pretty confident with my singing, but it was the first time that I was actually performing only by myself, without anybody else. and I was shitting my pants. And at the beginning, I didn't hit a single note. I felt really bad first. In the end, people were singing along, so I was happy about that. But I was so nervous. So I think being nervous is a really normal thing, and I'm mostly more nervous when people that actually know me in real life are at the concert, because for some reason I'm a little bit more scared to sing in front of them than in front of strangers. Strange, right? Next question. How do you manage music with other things in life altogether? Music is basically my life, so I base my life around music. How do I manage that? When I have free time and alone time, I basically always make music. Obviously I live a normal life, but whenever I have time, I'm gonna make music. Next question is by my friend Arturo. What do you do when you're not playing music or editing videos? You're assuming that I have a life next to music? Okay. What I like to do is meet... What I like to do is eating. What I like... Kacke! What I like to do is eating. I love food. I love playing football, and I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about that shit. So yeah, apart from that, what do I do? Not much really. Next question. White picture. Wie geht es dir? How are you? Pretty decent. Next one. Our simple happy life. Hi Esther. Never forget me, okay? And yes, do show my link on your ask conclusion. My birthday is coming April 19. That's on Sunday. What are you gonna surprise me? I actually have the perfect surprise for you and everybody else watching. On Sunday, I'm gonna do the biggest collab that I've ever done. I have gathered 12 singers and 4 instrumentalists around me who will perform my new song Never Be together with me in the fucking best collaboration video. There's gonna be so much talent in one video. I think you can't handle that. But if you want to try it, Sunday, 19th of April. Karina asked, what program do you ask to produce songs? Logic Pro. Until here, want some Fox? You want some Fox? You get some Fox. Love you, bro. Leo M. Habibo, wo war der M background? Bro, where was the Minecraft background? I'm really sorry. Due to quarantine, I can't leave my house and I couldn't go into the world of Minecraft. Next question. Capsic. Congrats to 1k subs. Thanks a lot. Thanks to everyone who subscribed. Hopefully you don't unsubscribe right now because of this boring video. Aline asks, how do you just start in music? Who is your biggest inspiration? You're amazing. Love from Brazil. The first time that I wanted to become a rock star was when I first joined a band. I was 3 years younger than the other guys and I was the drummer in the band. We made really cool music. We would meet up every day of the week and play some Oasis, play some Beatles, and that's when it all started. That was 2011. Since then, the only thing that I could think of was to make music. Who is my biggest inspiration? It's got to be Freddie Mercury. Ke-Dolla Sign-Ha. I actually can't see any wrong with your hair, it looks great. Thanks a lot. And also, could you please do a cover of Resentment by Kesha, please? Yes, I can. Sstuckonapuzzle asks, what? Are you so insecure about your hair? It looks good. I'm gonna answer this question for real now. Changing is always a little bit scary. I basically had the same haircut for most years of my life. I had this style of hair 1 year in my life when I was 14. But since then I haven't really changed anything, and changing is always scary because you're worrying about how you're gonna be perceived by other people. And I think that's the reason. I just am not used to looking in the mirror and seeing this person. Insecurity, I think it comes from fear of not being accepted by other people, which is irrational because it is what it is. mxxnstar edits, how is Nick cuter than my cat? Just how? I'm not sure how cute your cat is, but cats are usually pretty cute. Ke-Dolla Sign-Ha asks, are you straight? How old are you? Am I straight? I'm gonna leave that question to your imagination. Jake has a great question. When you first started music, did you sing in German or English? Also, do you write any songs in German? And is it easier for you to write in English? When I first started, I was starting with Oasis songs. That was just what was very inspiring to me at that time. I sang in English. I was always a big fan of Queen, so that was also in English. For some reason, I find it easier to write in English. I lived a year in England and a year in Australia. And I never got too much into German music. I think that many German songs are really corny and simple things just sound better in English. For me, it's easier to write in English because most of the music I consume is also English. Sana says, nice, love you. Your voice is so lovely. You're a good boy. Don't stop it. Thank you so much. I will never stop. Miles says, back when I had the old hair, he asked, any hair tips? What do you use? I use that. It's called Urban Mess. That's what I am. A very thick paste. You get a little bit on your finger. Rub it in your hands and style your hair up. And now that's the old me. Ty asks, Ty, who's one of my oldest subscribers, and I have to say a big shout out to him. He's kept me going when nobody else was commenting on my videos. And look where we are right now. He asked, I blinked. I started when you had under 100 subscribers, if I remember correctly, and now you have 1K. Congratulations. Thank you for still being there. It's impressive. I think you came at around 80 subscribers. Other than music, do you have any other hobbies? I like football, I like Minecraft, but I'm always up to trying something new. What encouraged you to make music and hobby? I always loved music since I was a kid. I was listening to Queen all night when I was younger. I think it was my grandpa and it was my band. It's the thing that gives me most emotions in my life. These are some reasons. Alright, Ayesha Azeem, who actually found my channel on my friend Arby's channel. So if you have a moment right now and want to listen to some music, check her out. She has a lot of questions. This is gonna be long. First of all, waiting for a live stream. It's gonna happen, probably this weekend. I hope you cope with your rough times as brightly as you smile in your videos. Best of luck for that. Thanks a lot. I don't always smile, but I like to smile in the videos because I don't want to watch videos that make me sad. I try to make videos that make people happy. Lol, the moment you said you reached 1K subscribers, I thought, man, playing guitar for 1000 hours could be painful. Phew. Well, I'm not saying that it's not happening. Now the questions. Who's your favorite artist and why? I think right at the moment, all-time favorite artist has got to be Queen because I grew up with them. We used to have the album A Night at the Opera and Greatest Hits 2, and I would listen to them all day. Their music has ever since touched me. It's made me cry a lot of times and it still does. Other than that, right now I love One Direction. I love Jack Johnson. He's with me whenever I take a drive in my car. Yes, that's it. If you could paint one unforgettable memory from your life, what would it be? It's not gonna be my first kiss, because that one you can forget about. The first thing that's coming to my mind, and I'm not saying that it's the best moment of my life, I'm just saying it is something that was just a really wholesome moment. I was on tour supporting Donovan Frankenreiter together with my friend Amy King. We were playing a show in Freiburg. And actually that night I wasn't feeling like I was performing my best. There was one guy, if this is the stage, I was standing here, Emmy was here, and he was sitting kind of on the stage here, and he looked at me with such a beautiful smile that showed me how he enjoyed the music, and I never forget his face. I wish I could have talked to him afterwards. It was amazing. That really meant a lot to me because that night I wasn't feeling great, but his nodding with the head and smiling peacefully, I wish I could go back and say thank you to him. What are your top 3 favorite songs? I'm just gonna speak right for now. Now That I Found You by Liam Gallagher, Never Be by Nick Jacobs, and My Melancholy Blues by Queen. That's really unknown, but listen to it, it's amazing. What are your top 3 favorite movies? Gosh, these questions are hard. I would choose Lord of the Rings, all 3 of them. 1000 Last Words. It's such an emotional and beautiful movie. It's funny, but it's got a good message. And also, The Yes Man. Question 5. If you were given a chance to control time, would you fast forward or would you rewind? I would rewind. Fast forward, you miss out on so many things. Rewind to the moments where you made a mistake. 6. What are some qualities that everyone should try to have in them according to you? Compassion, love, empathy. Any 3 advices you think the world needs to follow according to you? You shouldn't care too much about politics. Politicians are not in it to help people, they're in it for their own sense of power. Okay, number 2. Don't take yourself too seriously. People who have too big egos, that ain't good. Advice number 3, share my videos with all your friends. Then the world is a better place. Alright, I'm getting off topic. Thank you for your questions, Ayesha. I really appreciate it. Ayamochi asks, what about fans from Japan? Ohayo gozaimasu. Watashi wa Nihonjin ga daisuki desu. Aditya asks, oh my god, the song is so good, I loved it, and I will surely watch the live stream. It takes a lot of courage and effort to post something. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to hearing the song on Friday and music video on Sunday. All the best. Thanks a lot for this. And it does take a lot of effort and also courage to post something. The more you do it, the easier it gets, the better you feel about it. But there's always this sense of being a little bit scared how it's gonna turn out. Kelly the Vietnamese, congrats, I love Never Be and don't forget to keep up the good work. Gotcha. Always. Pudding asks, have you ever had a hater encounter? No. Next question. Have you ever heard of actually being good and having proper timing? You suck. Fuck. I don't suck. This guy says, you ruined the song for me. I replied to him, sorry my guy, just go back to the original track then. And now he says, it's all good. By the way, good job. See, sometimes you just have to be nice to haters and then they're gonna be nice to you too. How long have you been producing? First producing attempts 10 years ago, for real maybe 6 years. Whenever you put yourself out there in the internet, you're gonna get haters. I know that hate comments are scary and they are the reason many people don't put up something because they're afraid of hate comments. And I gotta say, it doesn't feel good to get a hate comment. So whenever I get a hate comment, I have to cry so much. Okay, all jokes aside, I do get hater comments sometimes. YouTube sometimes protects me from them by flagging them as spam. It doesn't affect me that much anymore as it did before. I am reflecting on myself a lot and I know when videos are not that good. Sometimes I watch covers of myself and I think, that's just shit. I'm one of my biggest haters myself. Hater comments will hurt you. It's just the way it is. I don't want you to get your own self-value out of validation you get from people on the internet. Doesn't matter if it's a love comment or if it's a hater comment. You have to get your self-confidence from the inside. Then hate comments will not affect you that much. Still, when I get a hate comment, I feel bad about it for a moment. Nowadays, I just read the haters with respect and just try to say, yeah, I could have done better. Karina says, wonderful song. Is this your single? It is my new single, Never Be. Question for the Q&A. What motivated you to start singing and writing? I was in a band for 2 years and we played original songs only. I was the drummer, so I didn't really think about singing or writing music. But when that band split up because the other guys went abroad, I wanted to keep on making music. And as a drummer yourself, there's not much you can put into that. So I've got myself a piano and started playing on that. Started writing some melodies. It really clicked for me when I found my parents' old guitar. And since day one when I tried out the guitar, I just wrote songs. It felt like a way where I can actually express myself. Congratulations! What made you start YouTube and what are some goals you'd like to achieve someday? What made me start YouTube was actually a challenge in 2014. You had to make a Christmas song and you could win something in a big music store in Germany. So that was the first video I ever put up. Back then I made some videos, then I quit again. And what motivated me again was just the desire to get my music out there. What do I want to achieve someday? 2,000 subscribers sounds good, right? Very, very much. And who's that handsome devil? It's you. Ghost says, you deserve the world. I just want to say a big thank you to Ghost because he found me and wrote me a DM on Instagram, told me that he could share my music on his channel. Since then, a lot of things have moved for me, so I'm really grateful. Thanks a lot, Tom. You gave me peace of the world. Nick Jacobs, you have brother too? Same to you? Of course I do. You see him in videos sometimes. His name is Nick Jacobs too. How are you? Lovely voice. You're so cute. All beautiful comments you got there. Questions. Do you record guitar with metronome? When I record my own songs, I usually record with metronome. Never Be was actually different. That was the first song I ever released without a metronome. When I make a cover, I usually have the original song playing in the background and record my guitar over that. What program do I use? Logic Pro. What mic do you use? I use mostly my Rode NT1A. Your hair is awesome, stay put. You are awesome, stay put. Here are questions for your Q&A. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite One Direction song? It's got to be Olivia. Remember the day when you're giving up, when you told me I didn't. Remember the day when you're giving up, when you told me I didn't give you enough, and all of your friends were saying I'd believe in you. Please believe me, don't you see the things you mean to me? Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, love, love Olivia. Another one. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I really don't think that far very often. I see myself still making music, most likely still on YouTube. I see myself happy, maybe sharing my life with a happy and loving person. If you weren't a musician, what would you be? I'd like to be super rich. Have you got Snapchat? I want to add you. Maina, I have to disappoint you. I don't use Snapchat anymore, but you can add me on Instagram. Limited Nightcore. Will you make a love song by yourself? Most of my songs are about love in one way or another, so yes. Hi Nick, can you cover Cornelia Street by Taylor Swift, please? Yes. Congratulations, 1k subs. You totally deserve it, and I love the new hairstyle. Thanks a lot. I almost didn't recognize you in the thumbnail though. Keep up the amazing work, my friend. Thanks a lot, Blues. Alice, who's also a great singer and has her own channel, says, congratulations to 1k. I love this song. Thank you so much. Alaska Fly Away says, Glückwunsch zu 1000 Abonnenten. Wieder so ein wunderschöner Song von dir. Vielen Dank. Stuckonapuzzle asked, sub for sub? Hell yeah. I hope we don't get banned. It's just a joke, YouTube. Don't ban me, please. The Lemon Police says, you're really cute, I'm distracted. Thanks. Pao says, no way! You're the cutest ever. You're gonna be so big, you have the best smile, and I'm in love with this cover. Pao, thank you so much. I hope that I can make you smile too, and I'm in love with your comment. Next question. Stuck on a Puzzle. My friend Arby asks, oh my god, you're the best singer I've ever heard. So cool. I'm 8, so I can't say these things, but you're so cool. Nice intro. What is Pornhub community? Can I be part of your community? Didn't know you had a stepsister. I do too. I want to ask your sister. Shit's funny. Alright, I can't continue this. She's my friend and she's making fun of my video, and I just want to say thanks for that. It's a cute comment. And you're already part of my community. You can be in my Q&A. And you're actually gonna be the last question I'm gonna answer. What do you think people should do at least once in their life? Fall in love. I think there's nothing in the world that can beat that. Also this. Don't do it, kids. It was just a joke. Next question. If your 5-year-old self suddenly found themselves inhabiting your current body, what would your 5-year-old self do first? To be fair, a 5-year-old self wouldn't think of the same things that I would think of. What did I do when I was 5? Definitely not kiss a girl, because that is disgusting. I think I would get out my old Lego and play. And if I would find some money in my pocket, I might just buy some candy. The second last question is actually, your body is frozen for 90 years. What's your first question after you wake up? How does my hair look? The last question. Have you stolen anything ever? I'm a good boy, but if you came this far and watched the whole video, I want you to comment down below saying my question and then replying to one of those 3 questions that I'm gonna send to you. What are your favorite hobbies? What do you love to do with your time? What are your life goals? What do you want to achieve? If there's anybody that you want me to check out, singer, dancer, whatever, write their name and I'm gonna do it. I'm really grateful for you for sticking around me for that long. Let's finish it up with a song, shall we? This is an original song that I will release one day. It's called Brainwashed. I think it's one of the best songs that I've ever written. I'm feeling anxious to produce it because I want this one to be the best song I've ever made. Since I held you in my arms for the last time, and I don't know if we will ever be alright, 'cause things have changed a lot since you were by my side. I don't mind that you moved on and you say you want him by your side, but I don't think that you could ever feel so fine. Like when you were mine. I feel like I am brainwashed. My heart's been through so much, but yet the pain of not having you by my side is worse than raindrops falling on my head. Make me feel brainwashed, 'cause I still think it's gonna be alright. Right, 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 right. Right, 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 right. It's about time that I accept that you and I live separate lives, that I'll never wake up with your legs touching mine. Just for a night, can we be alright? Oh, it's true that all my friends tell me that I should move on. I don't even wanna realize that you're gone, so I'll just keep pretending that everything is gonna be okay. If I tell it off 10 enough, I'm brainwashed. My heart's been through so much, but yet the pain of Losing you would make me bleed like raindrops falling on my head, make me feel brainwashed. 'Cause I still think it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Oh, it's gonna be alright. Brainwashed 'cause I think it's gonna be fine. Thank you so much. I've just been talking for 2 hours and my voice is cracking. I can't anymore. Thank you for watching. You're the best. I love you.
It's a place and it color up now till you get back to differ judging satellite. Are we get it in so you will swim wildfire how yours like and get bored. Hey now you're a star, you're play. Hey now you're a star, get a show on, get paid. Oh, that leader is gold. Only shooting stars break